Hello and welcome to another Rightly Witterings, cup of Williamson's Earl Grey tea. Excellent, cheers. Today we're on the second from last greens. So I have here a selection of Evergreen, Salamander, Dark Green, Deep Dark Green and Green Black, which will be fun. So let's go and have a look at them while writing up from my latest book, which I've got to promote because otherwise I won't sell any books. Dead Don't Wait, go and buy a copy, thanks very much. Let's get on with it. Here we go. A new week, a new green. Evergreen from Diamine. What joy. Wow. That's a very dark green indeed. Looks almost like a black from here. Well, that Evergreen is much more of a black, really. Still, never mind. On with Salamander. Let's see what sort of a green tinge we get with this one. Diamine. My daughter has just laughed because I guess there is a tinge of green in that, but it's pretty damn black. Well, I have to admit, the Evergreen is growing on me. The Salamander I think's lovely, so let's find out what dark green is. The way these colours are going, it'll probably be a pale yellowish colour. Oh my good God. Well, I wasn't expecting that. Well, after that shocking near Viridian, let's go for a deep dark green from dear old Cult Pens. And it is deep, dark and greenish. You'll be relieved to hear. Okay, so at last, having gone through deep dark black, salamander and goodness knows what else, let's try a green black. Heaven knows what this'll end up like. Probably pretty dark. Diamine Green Black. It certainly is pretty black. Well, having tested all of those different greens, I've got one spare space here, so let's have a little bit of Alt Goldgrün from Rohrer und Klinger in Leipzig, because I haven't tried this before, and I'm very grateful to Chris Curtis for this one. Thank you very much, Chris. He sent me a number of different colours, such as this, which is a lovely dark orchid violet, and I'm not going to put that anywhere near the greens, because that would really mess up my system. So, this is not Diamine, this is... oh my word, Rohrer und Klinger. And it's out. Goldgrün. And I love this colour already. That is a very appealing colour. Okay, so from this selection of greens, we have, I think it's fair to say, three that are dark. Dark, deep dark, green is dark, and green black is, oddly enough, dark. There are differences between them. I can see a little bit more green shading here, but I can see it there as well. These two, to be absolutely frank, I can see bugger all difference between. This possibly is a slightly salamander, very, very dark. This possibly is a dark green, but much darker. But to be honest, if you bought that, or that, or that, you'd have to look damn close to see what on earth the differences were, which means I'd pick the cheapest. Diamine Salamander, I like. It's sort of a brownish green. My daughter's nodding in agreement. Very pleasant. No outlining as such, but really good shading. The dark green goes on beautifully, and it is a consistent slight blue hint green, but nothing special, I don't think. It's nothing I'd write home about. It actually looks better when it's wet than when it's dried. Slightly curious. This Rohrer and Klinger, I must admit, I think is rather gorgeous. Very, sharp outlining, but each of the edges is very, very clear. You can see here with the T and so on and the R there. I love the shading, and I really like the olivey green colour. Very, very nice indeed. Yes, I'm quite taken with that. So there you have it. A load of greens, very interesting colours, interesting outlining on some, interesting shading on others, and all good colours. So if you enjoyed that, please go down to the bottom. There's a link to my Patreon page. You can help support me by help me buying inks, and then I can review them, because if I don't get the inks in, I can't review them, which would be a problem. So thanks a lot for that. And then if you would like to, any comments about the inks, any questions about the inks, any views that you've got about similar inks, put them down in the comments section. Hit the subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified, hit the share, all that sort of stuff. And apart from that, I'm going back to my tea. Thanks a lot. See you soon.